WHEC-TV, proudly serving Rochester. News 10 NBC starts right now.
We are tracking breaking news this noon hour.
The house was gone, but that's material. My mom and dad is still here. That's what matters.
An emotional moment. A couple escapes their home just moments before it explodes and bursts into flames. You could see the smoke from the blast for miles. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt.
But it was a shock for many who lived nearby. Crews rushed to the home on Buckley Place, which is near Lehigh Station Road in Henrietta. This was just after 8 o'clock this morning. And right now we have team coverage from the scene.
Yeah, Pat Taney spoke with the couple's son. Brett Davidson spoke with neighbors. We begin our coverage with Pat. What a scare this morning.
Very much so. Firefighters remain on scene here, putting out hot spots at this hour. I want to go ahead and get out of the way and show you the scene. Take a look at this once two-story home reduced to nothing more than smoldering rubble at this hour. The couple who lived here, a man and a woman, safe, but they are, along with this entire neighborhood, quite shaken. A home goes from this to this in the matter of seconds.
My mom and dad is still here. That's what matters.
Carrie Upshaw's parents, Eugene and Louise Upshaw, live here.
They lost everything. You know, that's everything was in that house.
Investigators still piecing it all together, but according to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Eugene accidentally hit a gas meter with his car. Firefighters not ready to confirm that, though.
The issue with the gas was around the gas meter, which was located in the garage of the structure.
But you can't confirm whether he hit the gas.
I can at this point in time.
We do know once the gas began to leak, Eugene called 911. He and his wife and responding firefighters got away from the home just in time.
The homeowners were in the immediate area of the structure along with my firefighters at the time that the home exploded. Lieutenant and two firefighters were on scene at the time of the explosion, and they witnessed the explosion.
Witnessed their home, which they had built, burned to the ground. Shaken and distraught, yes, but both alive.
That's material. You know, we'll replace that. We got family. They're coming to live with me, you know, so that's fine. You know, the main thing is they got out and they're safe.
Again, the looming question this hour, how did a gas leak turn into a large explosion? Investigators expected to remain on scene here for much of the day, trying to figure that out. As for that couple, Eugene and Louise Upshaw, they were taken to Rochester General Hospital simply as a precaution. They are okay. And again, guys, incredibly lucky to be alive this afternoon. Back to you.
And such amazing footage. Thanks so much, Pat Taney, live for us in Henrietta.
Such an unbelievable story. We continue our breaking news team coverage right now. Brett Davidson is at the scene on Buckley Place in Henrietta as well.
He spoke with neighbors and people who were there when the house exploded this morning. He's joining us now live with what they're telling us. Brett?
Well, Rebecca and Nikki, this is a pretty densely populated neighborhood with several connecting streets and cul-de-sacs. So when the house behind me exploded and caught fire this morning, there were a fair number of people around here who heard it and felt it.
I feel really lucky. You know, I'm a nervous wreck. I said, oh my God, you know, right there behind my house, my house could have went up too. Who knows?
Art Keeler lives right next door to the house that exploded. He says he went outside to put something in his car when he heard a small boom. He says by the time he reached his front door, he heard a much bigger explosion, which he says shook his knees and the whole ground below him. Keeler has lived here for about 20 years and says the older couple that lost their house today had lived here much longer than that. He says they're incredibly nice people and feels bad that they've lost everything. A lot of people felt the explosion today. Harley Dixon lives a few houses down and says he's never seen or felt anything like it.
My whole house shook. The windows shook and the house shook. It felt like I thought the world was coming to an end.
The fact that nobody was hurt is...
That's what I was most concerned about. You know, all that could be replaced, but I just want to make sure they were okay.
And the fire chief says the couple is doing fine. They were taken to an area hospital to be checked out. For neighbors, RG&E has shut off gas to the immediate area. They have crews here on the scene as authorities bring in the heavy equipment. You can see it there behind me to go through that rubble and try and get a better idea of exactly what happened here on Buckley Place. Nikki and Rebecca.
All right, thanks a lot for that report. Brett Davison live also in Henrietta.
And as you heard Brett say, RG&E crews still there on the scene. They want to make sure that area is safe.
Yeah, the company released a statement about the explosion saying in part, we will assist the authorities who will be investigating the cause of the incident. And we're going to continue to follow this story for you throughout the day. We will have the very latest tonight on News 10 NBC at 5 and at 6. For updates until then, you can always log on to our website, WHEC.com.
Turn into the weather now.